Oh, dang. Can't reveal the big secret. Not right off the bat. Oh, man. Pretend you didn't see that. Can you hear me? Yes, you can. Okay, good. How's it going, everybody? Happy Sunday. Early today. Surprise. You got to get while the getting's good sometimes. And right now is when the getting was good. So we can stream now. Today we probably won't do the late night stream. We'll do a couple hours now and we'll call it good for the day. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Yes, Common Doyle, you are first, my friend. Good job. Good job. Juan, Ofer, Robert, SG, Neil, how's it going? Mr. Fixers, John. Dark Avenger says, what is a GERS? So, Dark Avenger, that is my good friend John, who's a mechanical engineer. And we've decided in the past 6 months or so, I guess most of this year, that we're going to do YouTube together. So he's joined me to help me do more cool stuff. So that's what GERS is. GERS is John. He'll probably pop in at some point today. All right. Not quite as early as like last week. What was last week pretty bad? I don't remember, Tony. Were we early last week? I know we did late last week because we did the morning or this time, like afternoon, and then we did the late thing. So, and the sphere is going great. So we'll talk about the sphere today because the sphere is completely engulfing my life and I love it. I love everything about it. I love playing with the sequences and trying to make stuff happen. And that's what we'll do sort of the next, after the next little bit. What I want to start with today, since we got a good number of people here, we'll get going. We're going to do a little Home Assistant stuff for the first part this morning. And the stuff we're going to do is about multi-sensors, not just multi-sensors. These are presence detectors, presence sensors. So for a long time, this is interesting. This is a good story. For a long time, there was a big search, maybe there still is, big search for the best way to figure out who was in which rooms in your house, right? And you know, who was in the living room, who was in the kitchen, who's in the downstairs, who's in their bedroom, etc. And simple motion detectors, PIR sensors, passive infrared detectors, as you would, those they can detect motion, but most of them can't distinguish much more than that. And if you're sitting still, it won't know you're there. Then there's Bluetooth, which is a really good way to do it as well. You have to have some sort of a Bluetooth device on you, but most of us have a phone or a watch or something. And then you have to have a bunch of sensors around the house, so that's good. There's now a combination or a growing number of these combination devices like microwave. Yes, so the microwave waves are a motion sensor, but better. Like they can actually tell that that's a person. And they've been around for a while, but we're just getting to the point in the last, well, probably the last year or so where there are some options available that you don't have to build yourself, which is great, right? Building it yourself is not terrible, but having somebody else work out the bugs for you is pretty nice. So what I've got today to show you is a couple of different, well, three, I guess, different of these presence detectors. Two of them are from, I always want to say Lewis, Everything Smart Home. Lewis at Everything Smart Home. Sorry, Lewis. Lewis at Everything Smart Home, who's had one on the market for a long time, and then he's got another one that's coming that he sent me. Hopefully he is okay with me showing it off. I don't remember if I asked him or not. He'll be fine. He's an easygoing guy. Anyway, so two of them are from him. He's got a little shop now, Everything Smart Technology. So we'll look at his website and we'll look at his papers. And then there's a guy, I don't even remember his name now, but his site is Apollo, which I think must be named after his dog based on his logo. But it's Apollo Automation, and he has a really tiny similar sensor that we're going to look at. So you ready for this? What you want is a LiDAR. It may be a little overkill to put LiDAR everywhere. Interesting though, what I started to say too was the ship. So we were on a cruise, right? That was last week. We streamed on Sunday. I had just gotten home from a cruise trip to Alaska with my wife and some friends. for what would have been, it was supposed to be our 20th anniversary, but we were supposed to go 3 years ago. So it was our 23rd anniversary, I guess. And on the ship, you wear a little medallion thing, right? And I was talking to this scientist lady that was actually on the boat. She was a passenger, but her specialty, her field of work is in NFC stuff, specifically rain NFC, which has, I guess, a better, more long distance thing tracking, so you can track like warehouse level stuff. Anyways, so we were talking about the medallions, and the medallions that they give you on the boat, they have NFC, but they also have BLE, Bluetooth Low Energy. And you look around the ship, and about every 20 feet or so, maybe less, there are these little discs. And I think I've seen the company that sells those discs. In fact, I might even have some. They may have sent me some years ago that they wanted me to test out, and they were just too expensive, and I didn't bother. They were a couple $100 like for each one. And this cruise ship has 17 floors, and they're everywhere on every floor. I mean, they've got to have 1,000 of these things on their ship. But with those, you order a drink on your phone or food or whatever, and they will bring it to you wherever you're sitting. And you can leave where you're sitting and go somewhere else, and they will find you. They will hunt you down and give you your daiquiri or whatever. Pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. But this is the same kind of technology, I think, at least a little bit. I think there's Bluetooth in here too. But I didn't invent this, obviously. I know very little about it, but it's very cool, and I wanted to show it off. So let's get going. All right. Let's go to everything smart home first. Okay. So Lewis at Everything Smart Home has his burning my retinas out. Sorry. It only mostly went dark, so we'll go back to light. Anyways, so his website is shop.everythingsmart.io, and I think I put a link in the description for both of these pages that we'll look at. So Lewis sells these out of the UK. When you get, he sent me both. This is the one he's had for a while. This is Everything Presence 1. And it is, you can read all about it here, all the stuff that it's capable of. It's pretty dang flipping capable. When it comes to you, it comes in different packages. So this was in a package, this was in a package, this was in a package. And he also sent me a very nice 3D printed case, which I think I saw he has a link to, where you can get the case as well. Case is sold separately. So this is the case, 3D printed, very nice, very well designed, clips together, no fasteners, no glue, no nothing, and screws on, and it's got a mount, and it's really, really pretty nice. I'm impressed. Very nice. So let's look at what this looks like in Home Assistant, shall we? Well, of course. So once you get it set up in Home Assistant, these are some of the sensors you get. I think there's other stuff too, but these are some. I put them in my lab. Here it is. Everything Presence 1. So you get some normal stuff. You get temperature. You get humidity. You get luminance, which is really cool. And it's actually right under a light right now. So if I change that luminance, should change. I don't know how often it updates. But anyways, it can, oh, look at that. Yeah, it went from 97 to 0.7. So that's really useful for automations as well, because you can, you know when the lights are on or the lights are off based on this, or you can tell when the sun is up or the sun is down, things like that, if the room is lit or not lit. So very useful. Looks like it takes a minute to update. And then you've got these things, and I believe you have to read all the documentation, which I have not done, but I believe that with a combination of the PIR and the microwave is how you determine whether or not there's occupancy. Something like that. But so what was I going to say? Oh, so the PIR, you could see a second ago, the PIR said clear, right? Because I hadn't moved, or nothing had moved in front of it, but it still had the microwave still detected, and it detected that there was occupancy, right? There is somebody in that room. I don't know yet how to turn on the Bluetooth thing that, or how to set it up in Home Assistant. I've just started playing with these in the last day or so, but I believe there's a way that you can also use these as Bluetooth, so that Home Assistant can detect your phone and can tell you not just that there's somebody there, but based on which Bluetooth device it detects, it can tell you who it is that's there. that in that room. So now it's back to saying PIR clear because PIR it's not detecting anything, but this can still detect that like I'm breathing. That's basically what it does. Pretty sweet. So now that has been out for a while. Okay. But Lewis has another one, which is the light. Everything presence light. Now, hasn't really hit the market yet. Sounds like doesn't have all the stuff quite set up yet, but he's working on it. And it's basically just a lower priced, less feature version. It looks like this is still the microwave detector. Doesn't have the PIR, but should still have the other things like the temperature and all that stuff. So we're going to integrate this into Home Assistant and see how it does. Yeah, I guess he maybe hasn't decided on the price yet, but when it comes time, this is where you'll see it. So somebody made the comment, what is it made of? Gold. These things are not cheap. You know, there's no way to get one of these cheap. I told you the ones that that they had on the cruise boats, they were like $100 or $200 a piece. So you're not going to get them. You're not going to get them cheap, but this is as cheap as it can get. And Lewis is trying to make it cheap here. And the other one, the Apollo one, is also, I'm assuming it's probably gonna be about the same price, but I don't know, what Lewis is gonna sell this one for yet. So I went through the setup process, or I started the setup process, and I'm at the stage where I have new devices, and this is the Apollo, which we'll set up in a minute, and this is the Everything Presence Light. So let's configure the Everything Presence Light. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, thanks. It's Dawson sitting over here behind me. Okay. Discovered an ESP home node. Do you want to add it? Yes. Success. All right. So where's it going to be? We're going to just say that it's in, I don't know where I'm going to put it. Let's say we're going to put it in the living room. Oh, look at, there's the iBeacon tracker. So that's part of the Bluetooth thing. We'll say basement for now. Aha. Ooh. What's happening? These must be different. Oh. Let's look first. Let's look down here first, and we'll go to the ESP home and find that device. ESP home right there. We'll look at the 24 devices, and we're going to find Everything Presence Light, and we'll check it out. And there are a bunch of sensors. Oh my goodness sakes. Target angle resolution. Holy smokes. This probably needs, I'm hopefully I'm not going to mess up Lewis by showing this off maybe before it's totally done. So there is a little bitty LED light in there you can turn on. This must need some configuring. But occupancy says clear right now. Clearly it's not clear. I bet you that some of those things still need to be set up. I'm sorry, Lewis, if I make this look bad by jumping the gun here. Let's go back here and check these things out. Let's configure these. Maybe this still needs configured. These are Bluetooth. Back to it for a second. ESP devices. Yeah. Let's reboot it. I don't know what all this means. I assume that there's going to be, I should probably update or see if there's going to be an update. Sorry, Lewis. Anyways, it's going to have the same, I assume it's going to have the same stuff as the one, and it'll all look like this. Temperature, humidity, etc., light, whether or not somebody's there. It may not have some of these. So see these, the configuration. This stuff is what that other sensor is asking me for, like so that you can modify how sensitive it is. But I don't know what to put in there for that other one to make it so that it looks nice and clean. But basically, he's put a lot of the your ability to configure the sensor is available here, right? So if, say, because like the temperature sensor is inside this enclosure with a device, so it's going to be a little bit warmer, you can modify what the temperature, you can add a little bit or subtract a little bit from the temperature. Same with the humidity, if for some reason, or the luminance, if you measured it with something else and you wanted to adjust it, you can adjust it. And then these are all about the sensitivity of the microwave sensors. So that is what's going on with this other smart one, or with this other light, all this here. But I don't know how to set that yet, the way this is. So, but we can look at this. Let's look at it. Let's check it out. So this is the light, the one Presence One light, and the case is really nice. Like I was saying, it just snaps on. This cover just snaps on. This just snaps in here. So no fasteners, no glue, no nothing. Just kind of snaps in there. Real nice. ESP32. There's your microwave sensor, and then it's got, I'm sure, the temperature sensor and the light sensor and stuff are all just on there. And this just kind of clips. I mean, it's really well designed. It just kind of snaps on there, and it's fine. And you could decorate this or paint this or print it in a different color if you wanted to. It's got a nice mount that is adjustable. You can loosen this guy, move this thing around, tighten it back up, and put it in whatever kind of configuration you want. It's powered by USB-C, so you still have to find a place to plug it in. But it's great. And compared in the size to the Presence One, the big version, the big style. Obviously, the PIR is missing. Width is about the same. But the height is going to be different. And then he's got a couple different lengths on the stand here, probably so that, because of the extra length on this one, so you could modify the angle and not bang into this thing down here. So those are Lewis's sensors. Very cool. Questions about those? Change the max distance. Good morning from India. How you doing? See, Tendra, I haven't seen you in forever. All right. Aquara devices are 30 to 35 when there is a nice sale on AliExpress, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, nice. Lewis has mentioned a PoE version of the EP1 sensor on his GitHub. That would be really awesome. 3, and I haven't set them up yet. I really need to do that, Robert. Yeah, you do. Come on, man. Grammy, how's it going? That's Seamus. Not Seamus? Trying to recognize your icon. So let's try. So very cool. And I'm very happy that Lewis, thank you for sending me these, and I'm so happy that you're making them. I think this is a need. This is certainly a need. So very cool. So let's move to the other one now. This is the Apollo, and it is super tiny. Super tiny. It's also has a 3D printed little case here that it goes in. It's just one board, and it just snaps in there. Again, you can actually even take it out, but got it connected there. So this is the Apollo. Very tiny, very well made cases, both of these. Super good 3D printing on those, like way better than I could print. All right, UK Heli Pilot, thank you again. Would love to see a case option where the cable comes out the back. Ooh, on both of them probably, huh? There you go, feedback. There's some feedback for Lewis and for Apollo. If there's one where it comes out the back. Interesting. I guess you could probably find a USB, probably the easiest thing would be a USB 90 that would go that way. Just an adapter or a cable that has a 90 on it that goes that way. So let's set up the Apollo real quick. Let's do that part. So if we go in here, back to my notifications, check it out. We're going to configure the Apollo multi-sensor. And I don't know where we'll put this one. We'll say we'll put it, I Should put it in the garage. I need to put something in the garage. Okay. And then I wonder if this this iBeacon tracker, I wonder if that's going to be my phone or something. Since I hit setup without really paying attention. All right, let's see. Where are we going here? ESP home. Here it is. The MK1. Oh, I should go to the website. Here it is. This is the website for the Apollo. So this is what the Apollo has. He has the option. One cool thing that's different is his has the option. I don't think mine has it, but his has the option of having a CO2 sensor as well. So without the CO2 sensor, it's 35. With the CO2 sensor, it's 50. CO2 sensors are expensive. No doubt about that. Oh, Nobbles here. How's it going, man? Where you been? Where you been? I don't even know where you are. Are you in Reno still? You must be. Good to see you. Thanks for saying hi. Okay. So the CO2 sensor, that was the big thing on there. So this one does the Bluetooth tracking, which I think the other ones do as well. Microwave sensing, light and UV, temperature and humidity, CO2 if optional, and then it has an RGB pixel. It actually has a buzzer, which is interesting. I have to play with that a little bit. And all of these, it should be clear, all of these run on ESP Home. So they will all, you can modify it if you want to, and you can change some pins. So like he's specifically pointing out that there are some pins, so you could do some more modifications to it yourself. They're both ESP32, so they do have some additional capacity if you wanted to get into the code or the ESP Home sketch and add some things. It's possible. It's very possible. Much easier than it would have been if somebody's writing their own firmware with Arduino or something like that. This ESP Home is much easier to deal with. So I'm excited to see how the buzzer works out. And then the housing there, we got this one. It does take a little piece of tape to stick it to that, but it's a small little mount there. So very handy, very nice. Again, this is like the USB-C connector. Oops, can't see it. USB-C connector. Once you connect it, it's almost as big as the whole sensor. Okay, so let's see what it does. Now that we've got it into Home Assistant, let's see what we got. Here we go. Humidity. So these are very different. 11%. What did the other one say? It was like 30%. I think I would probably go with 30% over 11%. I'm not sure. So I guess we'd have to do some configuration of these. There's the Lux UV index. So this would be good outside. The temperature of the ESP device, interesting, versus the temperature of the BME. Oh, it does. He did give me the CO2 sensor on there. Wow. Okay, so but this is important. Let's see how this does. So I should be exhaling a lot of CO2, right? That's what happens. See if the car is running, open the door. That's genius or good enough. We're going to put this one out in the, well, that's carbon monoxide, isn't it? I guess there'll be some carbon dioxide as well. Anyways, I'm going to breathe out CO2. And when I do, let's see if that goes up. I'm going to hyperventilate. Oh, it worked. Look at that. Now it's 6,000. Wow. Nice. Nice. That's cool. I'm impressed. Okay. I like that. I like that very much. Well done, Apollo. Radar, move, energy. There's a lot of stuff here. I would have to go through these sensors. These are pretty extensive. Looks like there's another humidity and temperature sensor on it. This is probably a thing. What's that? Did I do a good ASMR? Christian, did I do a good ASMR? Censor the way you're kissing. I really love the sensor. That was impressive. Wonder how long before it goes down. That's impressive. And then, so now it's going down to 3,000. What do you know what I've really wanted is a methane sensor to put in the bathroom. Detects methane. Turns on the fan in the bathroom. But, you know, a sensor like this in the bathroom, not that you would need CO2, but a presence detector in the bathroom is a really important one, because then you can know somebody's in there and you can do all the things. You can lock the door, you can turn on the fan, you can turn on the light and all that stuff. And when nobody's in there, you can turn off all those things. Give that man some oxygen. Hey, I've tested my sensors, Tony. I've tested my sensors many times with myself. All right, and where are we at now on CO2? Still at 3,000. So very cool. Let's turn on the light. Let's play with this RGB light. Oh yeah. Whoa. And if it's RGB, then I should be able to do different colors. Oh yeah, totally. Check that out. So orange, you can do, there's red, which you probably can't see so well. There's blue, I'm sure you could do green. That's great. So you could tell this thing to do different colors based on whatever, right? Like everything's fine, you know, everything's fine. So you can do, you know, green, you know, there's no CO2, or, oh, it's getting high, make it yellow. Doesn't show up very well if this camera is adjusting for the exposure. And then red, oh, that's bad. And you could probably make it blink, maybe not. I think you could write some effects in to the ESP Home Sketch to make it like blink and stuff, or you could just, you know, and then automation, have it turn on and off. That would be kind of excessive. Cool, very cool, very impressive. Well done, well done. All right, what do you guys think? Methane sensor is complex and expensive. Yeah, that's what I saw, Jerry. That's what I saw when I was playing with it. So here we go. We have some options. These are great. These are very good. Very happy. I know Lewis has this one available now, and these two are both coming, it sounds like, with the Apollo one being, Lewis, I'm not sure what the timeline is for the light. Maybe, yeah, I don't think he's already done them. I think he's still prepping everything to get them ready to send out. My guess is that the price is going to be similar. I don't want to speak for him, but when I say similar, I don't mean similar to to his first big sensor. I mean probably similar to like somebody mentioned the Aquara ones or this Apollo one. It's always tricky competing. I like cooperation over competition, but in this case, there's different sensors that you can look at for different reasons, and maybe you want to try them both and see which one you want to buy more of. Taking orders now for the first batch that conclude on September 30th. Whoops. Ship on October 20th. Sorry, a little late, Apollo. Sorry, my friend. What is the use case for the CO2 sensor? Good question. Good question. Let's look at uses for CO2 sensor. I know why I use it. I use it to make sure somebody's breathing. Monitor fermentation, respiration, photosynthesis, carbon dioxide consuming or producing processes. Used for HVAC applications to monitor air quality. Wider application for sensors, agricultural, food, pharmaceutical, refrigeration, and brewing. Ventilate when high if you feel drowsy. Long-term stability, accuracy, low power consumption. No, it doesn't help. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be air quality. So basically means you're because we produce we I know we talk about some of these how much CO2 are we putting in from factories and stuff like that, but for people we certainly do. A grow farm, maybe. Monitoring carbon dioxide consuming or producing processes. I don't know how much CO2 do cars make. They must make some. Because I know the stuff that kills you is the carbon monoxide. Typical passenger car emits about 4.6 metric tons per year. So yeah, you could. So Sir Goodenough was not far off. You could totally put this in your garage. That's probably a pretty good reason to use it. Yeah, I am early, Marshmallow. Sorry, I am early. Just use presence and time. If you're there for more 5 minutes, turn on the fan on turbo. Jerry, I have a good friend because I have friends with that are surgeons and such. I have a good friend who is um, a colorectal surgeon, and she is always harping on everybody that she sees not to spend more than 5 minutes on the toilet. If you're not getting it done in 5 minutes, get up, come back later. So, because she spends a good bit of her practices treating hemorrhoids. So she says, don't sit too long. If you're sitting and straining, you're gonna be her patient here before too long. So, anyways, thank you very much, Lewis, for sending me these. I've been looking forward to checking out his everything presence detector for a while now since he came out with the first one, and now I'm very excited about this even smaller one, and then this Apollo as well. Very cool, very well done, very tiny, amazing. So, okay, guys, thanks. Questions? Other questions about those things? And if not, let's talk about the sphere for a bit. What do you think? What do you think about talking about the sphere? Let me see who's messaged me here. It's probably just me telling me that I'm on. Yep, it's just me. It's just me telling me that I'm streaming. Okay, so the notification worked on Discord. I wonder how long that wasn't working. Does everybody get notifications on Discord anymore? It mentions using EP1 as a Bluetooth proxy for Home Assistant. That's right. Has anyone got experience? I wish. Maybe we could play with that. If you push too hard, get it done, then that cause hemorrhoids. Might cause a tear, Nobble. Well, maybe you need some prune juice, old man. Okay. You got the Discord notification? Okay, good. Yeah, I let's maybe we can poke around for a minute on that. Maybe we should poke around for a minute on that Bluetooth thing because it popped up in there. It popped up that said, by the way, skip this. If you have the Dig to Go and you update, you got to do it. You can't do it the over the air regular generic WLAD version. Missed the whole thing on the presence detector. Sorry, built by Ross. Well, the gist of it, you can check out the links. They're both very good. They both are doing their duty very well. Let's see. We'll go back to Home Assistant here for a sec. Oh, and I didn't add. We should go look at the. We should add the Apollo one. So this was the Apollo one. This one's tiny. Look at all those sensors. My goodness. And so radar still target. Does that mean it like knows I'm here even though I'm not moving very much? Radar moving. Wow. Okay, so I'm not moving, but if I move just a little bit, oh my gosh, look at that. Just barely move. Sheesh. And then there's the ambient light. And this one we were playing around with the CO2. I was huffing and puffing to get the CO2 to work, and it did. And then this one has a light you can play with as well. And the other one does too. I would like to put this outside and look at this UV thing too as well. That'd be interesting. I don't know what to make of the Lux being this when the other Lux was like 100 and something. But let's add this to dashboard. Oh, probably here I need to calibrate. Yeah, so here's got the same, man, this house has a bunch of calibration things. Mama. CPU, golly. He has put every sensor out here. Good gravy. Restart radar. Wow. All right. Add to dashboard. We're going to add it to my experimental dashboard. And then on the everything presence, this is the presence 1. Still has all the things that you need here and some good, very accurate presence detection. As far as making it work as a Bluetooth proxy and like low energy detector, I haven't played with that in a while at all, really. What do you host your Home Assistant on? I have a Nook, right? Reddit's completely worthless when searching something. If idiots making stuff up, I don't go to Reddit very much. And maybe it's gotten better, and maybe it depends on which group you're in or which forum you're looking at. I stopped going to Reddit because I did feel like it was a contest of let's see who could be the most sarcastic. Like, let's see who could, yeah. It was just everybody trying to be funny. There are too many people trying to be funny and just trying to be sarcastic. And so I actually don't go there very much for much. So my Home Assistant is hosted on, the one I use here at the house is the blue. So it's the Odroid. I think it's the Odroid N2 Plus. Odroid has several models of single board computers which work very well for Home Assistant, and you can buy them from, I don't remember which site it is. I don't remember which site it is, but you can buy Home Assistant kits from Odroid or that are Odroid computers that have Home Assistant pre-installed. So that's cool. The Home Assistant Blue is no longer available, but the Blue is really just a pre-configured Odroid with a really cool case. But the really cool cases, the metal cases aren't available. I'm sure you can 3D print a Home Assistant case that clips on the Odroid still, but not the aluminum one that they made. That was kind of a special deal for a short time. There's my other one up at the Hoobit house is the Home Assistant Yellow. So that's a Raspberry Pi 4 compute module with all the special stuff that the Home Assistant Yellow consists of. But now there's the Home Assistant Green. All right, Paul Barden, thank you very much. We need to do this. Of course, now, I'm sure all you fellow nerds have seen in the last couple days that there's a Raspberry Pi 5 now. Raspberry Pi 5. So I would expect, and I would expect that the Home Assistant Yellow or the Green will be upgradable, or future editions will be the Compute Module 5. It'll just be the same footprint, and you can plop the 5 in instead of the 4, but the 4 works great. So I probably not. Let me spend some time on my own looking at how to do the Bluetooth low energy detection stuff and having Bluetooth proxies around the house. I would hate to just stumble through that on the stream. I know I've done things like that many times in the past, but I don't want the anxiety right now of trying to stumble through that on the stream. But if you are somebody who knows how to do that, let's chat. But also consider these devices as Bluetooth low energy proxies. It would be great, and it should be possible, that just about any ESP32 device that you have around your house should be able to function as a Bluetooth proxy. And you should be able to use it as proximity detection for your phones and watches and stuff like that. The green is a rock chip. Oh, interesting. Oh, well, sir, good enough. Thank you very much. Green is not using the compute module. You were right. Very good. Thank you, guys. That was a test. I was testing you. You passed. Well done. All right, it's time to shift. You guys ready to shift? Shift gears. Shifting gears into the sphere. Want to talk about the sphere? I love talking about the sphere. Any updates on the small sphere design? Yes, very interested in one of those for my home. Yes, yes. In fact, I'm sure, well, Gers will probably, he said he might pop in. If he doesn't, that's okay too. So John has made great progress. He has right now finished building. He sent me pictures last night. He has finished building half of the sphere. So he's designed it, printed it, and assembled the top half of the sphere, of the small sphere. So with all the 3D, it's all 3D printable. And he's assembled it. Some of the tolerances were a little tough. So there's probably going to need to be a little bit of gluing, which I think hurt his pride a little bit, but I mean, it's pretty dang good, right? So, had this Bluetooth proxy active true. Got the eyes of the entire community on it. Awesome. So, I am working. I spent a good part of yesterday, and I will do some more today, working on a little bit of the video release, like an actual video release, that would show off some of what the sphere can do and how we put it all together. I am having so much fun creating sequences for it now. Like I don't know everything about xLights. I probably don't know half of what xLights can do, but I'm getting pretty decent at putting stuff on the sphere. So let's put some stuff on the sphere. All right. What say you? Let's put some stuff on the sphere. You want to do it? Let's, so one thing, let's start with this. One thing that I've wanted to do that I haven't yet figured out is like a lava lamp, something that looks like a lava lamp. So here's my process. This is what I've been doing. If I want something like, let's say lava lamp video. That's it. Lava lamp video. We're gonna search for lava lamp video, multicolor lava lamp, 4 hours of relaxing lava lamp, 10 hours. Oh my gosh. How about a minute, maybe 2 minutes? I can't do it so well on this one, because what I want to do is I want to snag this. I don't want to snag 4 hours of it. I can video record much easier on the Mac. If you have half of what xLights can do, you're probably in the top 5% of xLights users. I know how to make it do what I want it to do here. Let's just find download. Let's just find a download. See if I can find something that's already downloadable. Yeah, here we go. Stock video. Here we go. Let's see if we can try this. Okay, yeah. There we go. Free. Let's try this one. Okay. Looks like somebody just did a close-up of the lava lamp. What does that lightning mean? Does that mean it's not free? Yeah, it probably means it's not free. All right, well, anyways, let's just play with this one. All right, let's take this one. We're going to download it. Download. And we'll put it someplace. I've been putting things. I've been working on my working on this on 2 different computers, so I don't remember where I've saved everything all the time. It might be this one. Atlas. Yep. Not Atmos. xLights. Sure. Put it there. Project Atlas. Okay, great. We're just gonna put it in here for now. Okay. And then let's do a little bit of sound. We should do some, how long is that clip? 40 seconds. So let's find what kind of a sound would go with lava lamp. Should do a video on how you overcame the mirroring issue. Someone that has an issue with the sphere, I think. Someone that was. Oh, so, you know some of these guys know the pixel heads, the like Justin Z's and Turtle and Alkley. Those are the guys that know how to figure that stuff out. They made the model, thank goodness. Anyways, that sounds like the secret sauce, Nicholas. That sounds like the secret sauce. So I think ultimately what we, because xLights is kind of hard to play with, when we do this mini sphere, the mini sphere is going to, it's going to have a Culp 16 and 100 amp. I wish I could say it's going to be cheap. It's not going to be cheap because it's going to have a Culp 16. It's going to have a 100 amp 5 volt power supply, which is like $100 by itself. I don't remember what the Culp is, but I think it's like $100 and something as well. You're going to have 63 meters of 100 LED per meter WS2812s. That's going to be, I don't know, if you're lucky, $600-700, probably $1,000. And then we'll have to see. John will be able to tell us how much 3D filament it's going to take. Not much, but even if it takes a whole kilo, what's that? $20, $30. So bloop bloop sounds. Okay, good idea. Bloop bloop sounds. Let's find bloop MP3. Bloop bloop MP3. Bloop bloop MP3 sound effects download. Nice. I'm going with the 100, Robert. And the reason we're doing the 100 is because we wanted to have it be the same distance horizontal as vertical. So the LED strip was 10 millimeters. So if we put 10 millimeter strip, we would want there to be 10 millimeters in between the pixels or in between the LEDs. Horizontally. So the same distance vertically as horizontally means 1 centimeter here, 1 centimeter here. So we needed 100 per. So that's what we went with. You may not be able to tell the difference if you did 96. You probably couldn't tell the difference if you did 96 versus 100, but we're doing 100. So we're getting them from BTF Lighting. We're buying 140 meters to make 2 of these to start out with. Still no smoke on the sphere, Grammy. No smoke. Have to test the PLA will melt with LED heat. Good question. Sir, good enough. John's using some sort of really cool engineered filament he got from who's been providing our filament. I can't think of the name because I'm old. What the heck? Is it Overture? I think it's Overture. Yeah, I think it's Overture. They sent us, they messaged us and said, hey, we got this new filament. You want to test it out? And so we got some, and it's it's some kind of a, I don't know what it, maybe sort of like a PLA plus or something, maybe. All right. Ooh, 48 seconds, blippy. 48 seconds. Perfect. This is it. We'll see what this sounds like. Should we hear what it sounds like? No, it's too blippy. No. Warping. Well. Let's try. Yeah, let's just do. Woo! Oh my gosh, these are horrible. Viscous liquid. Yeah, but you just need that over and over again, like 50 times, which you'd have to put together in a different software. Soft plop. Bloop sounds. Yeah, I need it to last for a while. Let's just pick something for the sake of learning how to do it. Okay, guys, we'll do it. We'll just grab something here for the sake of learning how to do it. Something that's about the same distance. Okay, we're going to use that one. Okay. We're going to put it right there. All right. Now we're going to go into xLights. Okay. Into xLights. We already have the controller set up. We already have the layout set up. When you make one of these, that'll have to be a part of what you end up with. Using the strips instead of pixels on the mini sphere. Yes, we are. Absolutely. Yeah, we sure are. Because one thing I can say about the big sphere and pixels is I don't want to use pixels again for a big one like that. It's really tough. That's not annoying or anything. Using the pixels was tough, mostly because of how much time it took to poke them, to push them into the strip, and then getting the strip to mount, and even then it didn't like stay nice and round. It kind of like started to bend, and sometimes it bows in or bows out, and so it was really difficult to work with the pixel strip. It worked, and I think it looks great. But I don't think that's one that I would say to everybody, oh yeah, do this. So we're going to try this smaller scale with the pixel strips, and then assuming that this continues to be popular and that we're excited about it, we'll go to pixel strips on a bigger one. So this thing's going to have, which is going to be, it's going to be crazy, but maybe we'll take this version 2 and we'll make it bigger. So right now it's going to be 18 inches or 50 centimeters in diameter. So we'll do the next one like, 4 feet. It won't quite be 8 feet like the big one out here, but it'll be 4 feet. So injection will be a little more difficult. They're going to be 5 volts, Robert, and injection on the. So we came up with a really cool way to wire it, and what we're doing is basically you put the strip on, and then you drill through the copper pads and through the 3D printed part, and then slide a piece of solid wire through, and then solder it onto the pads. So it's like soldering on a through component on a PCB, which is a lot easier than, it's not that bad to solder on the flat, but soldering on the flat and then making the wire come around and get to the next strip and soldering that. We're going to just do it with solid wire drilled through, and we're anticipating it being significantly easier to do that way, but we haven't done it yet. We're doing it. We've experimented with it. All right, xLights. Wait, nope, that's not where it was. Nope. We got to find the right stuff. Okay, so I started a new sequence, and then didn't I just put that in here? Didn't I just drop that bloop file in here? I'm pretty sure I did. Hold on. Where did that bloop file just go? I thought I just dropped it in there. Water tightness, yeah, we'll have to put some silicone back over. We're putting the silicone. We're using the silicone coated strips, and then we'll have to reseal all those edges with something, whether it's silicone or epoxy. We'll have to seal them with something. Let's see. Let's not create that sequence. Let's find that file. I thought I just put that in there. Atlas, Project Atlas. Is that where I put it? How's it going, bud? You boxing up all the stuff? Oh, wow. Good job. Yeah, because it kept breaking, so I kept having to rebuild it. Dawson is moving his brother's stuff out of his room because he's an only brother now. The big brothers are all moved out. All right, let's try again. New sequence. Musical sequence. Not there. 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 Oh, it's in Project Atlas, doofus. There we go. Okay, so this is the MP3. we could use, if there was sound, oh, maybe there is sound with that one. You could use an MP4 if there's sound with it. I don't know if there was any sound with that one or not. Let's see if there was. Let's just try it. It's not going to hurt anything. No, there's no sound. You see how that's just flat? If there was sound, there would be waves there. So, okay, we'll scratch that. Discard. New sequence. Okay, musical sequence. I guess I need to reset what my default folder is because it keeps taking me to this other place. All right, we're going to grab that annoying FX bloop file. Okay, done. So here's our sound. This is our audio. Now we're going to take a video clip, which is, this is the video clip. We're going to drop it on the stretched matrix. And we're going to tell it match effect to video duration. Oh, wait, we got to do this. Sorry. And now we're going to put the MP4 in there. Bloop, bloop. Oh, let's try this. I would like it to do this. It does it on that end, but I got to stretch it out on this end. Okay. There it goes. Bloop. Bloop. So there are some things here. Some others. See if there's any other settings we can play with here. It's kind of cool. Speed. Guess we can't really speed it up because it's matching the duration maybe. So we can do things like crop left and crop right, which will move it on the sphere and top and bottom if you wanted to move it on the sphere. Or there's this other thing over here too. This guy, you can move this thing around and that'll move where it sets on the sphere as well. But for now, we'll just do that. Bloop. Now, I don't know that I'm really going to display this, but I could. It might look kind of cool. Anyways, if I'm done, render and save. Put the whole thing in epoxy, yeah. It wouldn't be a bad idea to put something over it, like even just a a clear plastic tarp, and like just vacuum secure it, just suck it down once it's all sealed. Once it's all done, all you should have coming out of it will be, well, I guess you'll have to have an Ethernet adapter, unless you can put a Wi-Fi adapter on those. So you'll have to have Ethernet and you'll have to have a power cable coming out of it. And that should be it. All right, let's save this. We're just going to call it, yeah, bloop. That's fine. Let's do another one. What else do we want to do on the sphere? Let's just look at, there was a lot of really cool. Oh, I know. Here's another one that was fun. Let's do like a basketball pattern. Okay. So this is interesting. We look at something like this. Okay, basketball pattern in this kind of a format. All right. Let's just try this. We're going to save image as. We're just going to go basketball. Okay. And then we're going to just go back to xLights. And we're going to start a new sequence. We're not going to make it a musical sequence. So we're just going to hit done. And it'll just give us 30 seconds. If you want to change what that is, these are things I've learned. If you want to change what that is, you go over here to sequence settings and you change the duration. Say you want it to be 20 seconds instead. Didn't change. I did something wrong. Didn't save. 20. There. Now it's changed to 20 seconds. Oh yeah, put it in a conduit. Yep. Vacuum pack, then implosion. I was thinking, when we were first talking about this, how are we going to make this small one thing I thought of that probably wouldn't work, but it was worth a try was, say we build this model, like John's got this model built, and we take a vacuum, so now he's got this 3D printed model. What if we did a vacuum forming, put it in a vacuum form thing and just sucked a thin piece of plastic over the top of it? Now you've got a really light, really thin plastic in the exact shape that you need. The trick is, it's going to be, we're getting real precise on, 10 millimeters from top to bottom for the strip. If you put it in a vacuum former, you're going to have corners that are going to be not down and over, right? They're going to be a little bit bent like that. So all of a sudden then your pixels aren't quite straight. They're kind of poked out, and maybe they don't seal as well, or so. Neat idea, but probably not going to work. All right, so if we got this, we're going to do then a picture. So now we're going to take a picture, which is, it's the mountain, right? Picture of a mountain. There it is. Drag that on here. Anytime it's red, I guess that means you need to put something in there. So we're going to browse, and there's our basketball image. Now we open up our basketball image. It's going to look like this. Get rid of that. It's going to look like this. That's not right. We want to scale it. Scale to fit. Okay. Maybe okay. Not really perfect, right? I don't know if we're going to be able to get it perfect, but we're going to try. Wrap X. Let's try that. That didn't work either. So we may not be able to get this maybe that image is not going to be able to get it on there, but we can make it move. We can make it spin. Movement left, or we can go like up and left. Nope, that's not going to work. Uh-oh. Something's happening down there. I don't know what I'm hearing. I'm hearing something happening in my house downstairs with the wife and the kids, and I don't know what it is, but it's loud. All right. Let's see. We could change some of these things. Sometimes just messing with these things and trying to figure out what's the right settings to make it look right. So I think we need a different image, right? I guess you could maybe tell that's a basketball, but not totally. This is the challenge with playing with these things. You need stacked rings of 10 millimeters. Yes, some call it fun. That's right. That's right. Thermoplastic LEDs will never melt that. Let's try another one. Let's see if we can find another pattern. Maybe something like this, but we want it to be the whole basketball. Okay, so I never really realized that the pattern on a basketball is the same as a basketball court. Didn't know that was a thing. Just learned that. It worked better when I did a soccer ball the other day. Meltdown Sundays. All right. Well, maybe basketball is not going to be a good one. There's always something like this, which I haven't done, but I probably should do, and that is lay out a pixel pattern like this that is an exact representation of the sphere, and then create images for it. Right. What we've been doing is just trying to taking other images and other things and making them look decent on the sphere rather than custom making images for the sphere. Man, I really want something. try that one to see if it looks a little bit better since it's off centered a little bit. I don't think so though. I don't think that's going to look as good. Well, let's try. Oops, soccer ball. Like so. Say I did something like this, and it was okay. It worked okay. Let's just try this one. I didn't try this one. I tried a different one. And since it's already here, I can just go to, oops, should have done that. I don't know what I just did. My mouse was on something. Oh, it switched what kind of an element it was here. Okay, now we're gonna browse. We're gonna go soccer ball. Okay, didn't like that. Soccer ball. Okay, scale it. Okay. So wrap it. Looks all funky. Frame rate adjust. I don't know what that would do. I want to like rotate it a little bit. I don't know if I can. Like tip it, so to rotate a little bit differently. Oh, transform. Ooh, rotate. Yeah. Render style, no. Zoom roto. Oh dear. Pivot point. Nope, that doesn't seem to change anything. Nope. Nope. There's no textbook on how to do this. Reset all these. Can I just reset them? Gotta mess that up. Make tutorial on how to apply user mod in WLED. I don't. Go to Discord. Go to Discord. If not, my Discord, the WLED Discord, RNX. They'll have. I don't know that anybody's going to make a tutorial necessarily, but at least they'll be able to kind of point you in the right direction. Fat Daddy, how's it going? Haven't seen you in forever. All right, let's see. What else can we do? Let's find some more cool stuff. So you can take those kind of flat images. Like I did one. I did a couple on my laptop, but I don't have them on this computer to show you exactly. Let's say geometric pattern video. Something like that. What would that look like? Let's see what this looks like. Oops. Need an actual image here on the timeline. A little fast. Oh my gosh, super fast. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's actually quite cool. I kind of like that. Look at that. Nice. I don't know what frame rate adjust is supposed to do or why I ever changed it in the first place. I should just lock it. Busy most of the year responding to the state of emergency here in Cali, but glad to sneak in and say hi. Oh man. For what? For fires? What's the matter over there in California? I mean, besides that it's just California, so it's just kind of falling apart in general. Why is that not going away? Is it because I messed up here? It is, huh? So is that not ever going to go back to normal? I thought if I opened a new sequence, it would go back to normal, but I messed up this whole thing over here. Oh, man. I played around with all this stuff, and now it's all messed up. What have I done? I want to set it all back to normal. Reset. Reset panel when changing effects. Oh, man. Oh, water supply. Ugh. Isn't it always a state of emergency? It sure feels like it. Reset. Ah, there we go. Fixed it. Okay. Man, that is like really fast. I want it to slow down. 0.05. 0.05. No, it doesn't do that. Can't go any lower than 1. All right, well, if that's as slow as it goes, then so be it. I think that looks pretty cool. But it's also, oh, I know why it's going so slow, because I've got it so small. So if you make it, it is going to do a certain number of rotations based on how long the thing is. So now it's going to be better. Now I can do this. Yeah. That's going to look cool. I like that one. What? I guess, do I need any music? I probably don't need any music. Let's just let it be like this. This will just be a cool demo of just something cool you can do. You could probably, I wonder if you could change this color up here. Yes, you can. Oh, baby. Look at that. Now, what I would love is a way that it could automatically rotate through some of these and like blend, you know? Is there a way to do that, fellas? Way to make it just blend through different hues as it spins? Is there a thing in here I can affect presets? Shimmer? No. End and start. Cool. Scale. Okay. Okay. Very cool. So I am, like I said, I'm still learning. I would love to be able to like do a color, like have it adjust the colors as it goes. What we probably have to do is just do this. Just go, okay, we're going to do 5 seconds of one color, right? Like that. And then you just copy this. Oh, wait, let's slow it down. Okay. And then just copy this. Oops, dang it. Copy this and then paste it. And then you can adjust the hue on this one. Make that one red. And then I'll go over here and paste another one. And then adjust that. Make it purple, right? And another one. Be nice if it could blend between the two. Make a basketball maze in blue. Okay. And another one. This time we'll go up that color. And then looks like we have time for one more. Oh. And then looks like we got all the colors covered. No, maybe not. Kind of a pink. Okay, great. So now let's render all that. Are there LEDs inside? No, they're not. Although we've talked about how we can do that. That would be pretty neat. But no, right now there's not any LEDs inside. I'm afraid this is going to look a little funny out there, but we're going to give it a try. Okay, so I did that. I'm going to save it. And I'm going to save it as... it looks to me like Qbert. So we're going to call it Qbert. Remember that old game, Qbert? We're going to save that one. And then we're going to upload it. We're going to just go right to Tools. We're going to go to FPP Connect. Hey, baby. How's it going? Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
Gracie's gonna...
I'm the best child.
I
remember because I took over for you.
You did take over for me. That's right.
Yeah, but no. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Okay, and then we're gonna upload this. Whoop. Playlist for the Atlas. Oh yeah. All right. And then just gonna watch it go through all of it. It should go 5 seconds, and then it'll change colors. And then go 5 seconds, and then change colors. Looks like there was almost a gap in there. Rectangular projection of the moon, and found some nice images. Some call it fun. I tried the moon. The problem with the moon is that it's all gray. And it's just, you need a pretty high resolution to find the differences in the moon. I did find some fun ones. I wish I could show you. Well, maybe we'll have to do some more tonight, because I did find some fun ones, but I did them on my laptop. And I did I found like a cartoon. What I noticed was that cartoon Earth, like this cartoon Earth map wallpaper. So it's things that are cartoony, where the colors are a little more contrasted, look better, right? Like something like this would look pretty good, versus something where all the colors are so similar. Like on the moon, unfortunately, the moon's really similar. I did find some. I took one like this and made it into a sequence. It was something similar to this. It was really turned out good. I tried Jupiter. Jupiter looked okay. There was one that was like a Super Mario. It was like a Super Mario Earth map. Yeah, like this one. I did this one. I thought that one was pretty good. So if we take like this one, and I just save this image, save image as, and we can just go Mario map, Mario Earth map. So you thought you were wasting a lot of time playing with LED stuff before? Holy cow. Get yourself one of these spheres and you're in big trouble. Big trouble. All right, now we're going to drag an image down here, and we're going to stretch it out to fit there and there. And then we're going to, oh, it is the video already. We're going to find, there it is. That's what I was looking for, that square. Oh, no, not video. Sorry, I didn't want video. I wanted an image. Sorry, got the wrong piece. We want just a picture. And the stretched matrix is where it goes. Browse. Mario Earth. Okay, so that looks kind of funky, right? That looks all messed up. Oh, we've also got our hue messed up, so let's put our hue back to normal. 0. But then we need scale to fit. There we go. Now we got her. All right, you see there? Now, and this looks a little funny on the model because you can see the back side through it. You can see in the gaps and stuff. You don't see, when you're looking at it out there, you don't see the stuff on the back side of the sphere at all. And then, of course, we have to make it spin. Oh, geez. This needs to be 0, and we need to wrap X. There we go. Now we got it. And it just spins and spins, maybe a little fast. Yeah. There we go. Mario Earth. What do you think? Definitely. Oh, we need the Mario song for this one, don't we? Super Mario theme song. I know these are all going to be copyrighted. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Underground theme, underwater theme. It's a minute. Castle theme. Invincible theme. Which one do you like best? I like the castle. Doo 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 doo. Okay, no, we're gonna do the Invincible theme. Okay. Click here to download MP3. Download. Yes, excellent. 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 Got to spin the other direction. Am I spinning in the earth the wrong way? Well, we got to be precise. All right, we got to be precise. I understand. There you go. Better? Better now? Did everybody feel the shift? Okay. Now, if you don't have a song, if you started and you don't have a song, these are all lessons I've learned from Turtle and the Gang. If you don't have a song, it's okay. You go back here to settings, sequence settings, and you can change this to media and then change this and select your media file. There it is, invincibility theme. Boop. All right, done. Now, so now that only lasted like 17 seconds or whatever. So I should be able to go on this. Oh, this doesn't have the set duration button that the other one has, so that's okay. We can just, no, we can't adjust the size. All right, let's see. I can right click. Maybe I can. Oh, I should be able to set the duration somewhere else. There is a place to set the duration. If it's off the screen and you can't scroll to it, which is what it is right now for me. Timing. Aha. Start time, duration, end time. Okay, there we go. So it should be like 17. Something like that. There we go. Now at least I can reach it. I can scroll it right to there. Okay. Great. That's awesome. I won't get copyrighted for that because they won't be able to tell what it was. Not talking enough for that. It's okay. They can take it. It's all right. Okay. There we go. Now we're gonna. So we rendered it, and then we're gonna save it. We can go on. So we're gonna go Mario World, and that's it. Save. Isn't that fun? You just keep going like this. Just keep going. Now, one thing we haven't done, let's do one now where we do something a little bit different, and we use these effects. So all this has been, we take either an image or we take a video and we put that on there and we put some music to it. But you can use these light effects, which do swirls and bars and explosions and whatevers. So let's play with that. That's going to be a little trickier. That's going to take more time. It's going to be more difficult, but we can do it. But we should do it something simple. Musical sequence. I know that back in the day, I had Michigan Fight Song from 2019. Yes. Done. Yes. Dun 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 dun. Okay, one thing I don't know is how to make an add a timing track. I don't know what I would like to. I would like it to show me some. I don't want to do tenths of a second, do I? Basketball UV texture pattern has more vertical type loops. Work for me with a CG sphere in the blender. Oh, cool. I don't know which one of these to use. Oh gosh, never mind. Well, I was trying to put a timing track on there so that I could see when it was just doing stuff. So like when it hits certain instruments or certain notes, certain things would happen, but I don't know how to do that yet. So we're going to insert some layers here. We're going to be like an ogre because ogres have layers. Onions have layers. So we're going to insert some layers. All right, that should be pretty good. Like my wife's work. Catch you the next time. See you, Tony. All right, so now we got to do some color adjustments. We're going to do maize and blue, of course, clearly. We're going to put something behind the whole thing. Let's put something behind the whole thing so all the other patterns can be on top of the other thing. Maybe that should be something fairly simple like bars. Okay. All right. We definitely want to go faster. Okay, I didn't see who did that, but thank you. Let's do this. Okay, so then now that that's on the bottom, and it's just kind of a background thing that'll always be going. I think if you were going to do it better or right, you might want to work out timing that with the music. But we're just going to kind of have it do just a regular pattern, just a pattern. Recommendation for a slim power brick for Dig2Go. Tried a number of 5-volt 3-amp bricks and they do not turn on. Have others that work, but bulky. Yeah, the one that Quindor packages with some of them is what I use. That's what I do. But I saw something the other day that was even. Oh, it was for the Raspberry Pi 5. It's a 5-volt, like 5-amp power supply for USB-C. Okay, so then let's find something else that we're going to put in here on the next layer. And this is where I wish I had the timing things. I want it to grow like that. See that, dude? But width too. We probably want to adjust the brightness on some of these. Like let's take this one and turn the brightness down since it's going to be sort of the background. Like that. Now we got some pattern going, right? Dun, 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 dun. So we would probably need and this is not going to look good because I'm only going to spend a few minutes on this. But if we copy this thing and paste it, and oh, I have to copy it every time. Oh no, paste, paste, paste. So then when it plays, it'll hit those things. You got to put them in the right spots, and you got to time it according to the music, and oof. Spirals. Let's try spirals. Oh, that's going the other. That's doing the other way now. Don't know about that. Let's try galaxy over here. Yeah, we'll make it bigger. Wait, is that the same thing I already did here? Oh, that was galaxy already. Look the same. Makes sense. Meteors. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, but that's like a bunch of colors. We need it to not be a bunch of colors. Oh, we could do a little bit of bunch of colors. We could maybe do that right at the end. Let's make that the ending. Like that. And then we'll bring this over here so that that ends in the middle. Something like that. Chat is really quiet. How about a few likes? What am I using to control the sphere? This is a Culp 32. So Culp 32 with Falcon Pi player, and obviously making all this stuff in xLights. To find out, but I have to know, how much do you think the sphere costs in all? Grim says. If you wanted to, if you wanted to build it as we have it, you would probably have to plan on, well, let's look at it this way: 20,000 LEDs, with the pixel strip, with all the stuff. You're all 8 to 10,000 to build it as is. And that's not counting time. That's not your time. That's just the materials. Because I mean, pixels, even if you go 25 cents a piece, you're 4,000 or 5,000 just in pixels. Maybe it's not that much more than that then. But pushing them all in, getting it all done. Let's see what else. I just so we just needed. I'm not going to be very good at this, but this is a bad example of what you can do. You just need to just do the right things in here, which I don't know how to do. I don't even know what to put in here, but these are all available, I guess is the way to say it. Spirograph. I don't even know what that one does. Well, when you do it, we're going to save this so that I can come back to it some other time. Let's call it the Victors. Yeah, it is a custom 3D model that Justin Z made, right? I need to come back to this. But you can, when you get it all done, let's see, there's some that we did this way, like Devil Went Down to Georgia. This is a good one. This is a good example. Because this one actually has a bunch of stuff in it. So let's take a good look at this one for a few minutes. This is an example of, after hours and hours of work, of what you can get. So here's the timings. These are all the timings. So that helps you line these up with certain things, right? Like this has all the lyrics and the guitar and the drums and all the timing is all here. So it helps you line up all this stuff down below. That's why these are usually a lot taller. Helps you line up all this stuff down here below, which are the actual effects, right? And then zooming in on the effects. Each one of these is a different effect on a different layer that's timed with the lights. And some of these are even faces. Been watching for ages. First stream. Yay. Thanks for being here. Good job on this year. Thank you very much, Sean. Thanks for being here. We'll play something fun. I cannot imagine, after playing with this for a short period of time, it's just amazing to me the amount of time that people must put in to making these sequences, to making this work. Just to figure out, oh, I want this kind of an effect, and I want it in this exact location and all that. And then this one, like you said, this one has faces. So we went through the process of making some faces on there, which is pretty awesome. But each of these is different. So what I'll need to do, like, that's cool. That's a cool one. I need to go through, maybe I should find somebody else's. That's probably why you buy sequences and then you modify them instead of making your own, which is probably what I need to do. I know that in the times that I've messed with xLights before, that I've had, you guys have made sequences for me that have, that I'd be able to draw from. Like, I know we already have a University of Michigan fight song one. We just got to find it. I got to find it on my computer and then modify it a little bit to work on the sphere, right? It took me about an hour or so for every minute of song. And that's probably pretty focused even, I would bet. Some of this is just so cool. Like, can you just take these? Can I just like copy this into a new sequence? Like if I wanted to use that, but just put it on a new sequence, could I do that? The show is 20 minutes long. If you spend that much time making something like that, your head will come out looking like a pixel. It's tough. It's tough. But but some of this is just really cool. So I guess you can, if you look at this, but see, that's not color wash. What is that? I guess it is color wash. Duplicate. So if I copy this, can I open a new sequence like should I open a separate xLights and copy back and forth? Let's go right here and paste. Yeah, there it is. Except it doesn't do the thing. It's only doing some of it. Oh, and the palette's wrong. Okay, so you can. That's great. And you can import MIDI and use it as timing trigger. Never used xLights. Ooh. Oh, can you? I don't know. How do you guys do the timing? How do you insert the timings? That's something I have not tried to do before. Like put in a new timing. I don't know how you would know what to do. Probably though, because of like going back and forth, it probably is better if you take, so I'll save this, but then if I wanted to go back, oh, what else do I want to copy from, from The Devil Went Down to Georgia? I got to open it up again. It's going to take a minute to open and I got to find something and copy it. So if you can open two versions of xLights and have both going at the same time, then you can trying to zoom in is all. There we go. like that. Look at that. But that's also because of this below it, right? So cool. So what if I just copy all this? What if I just take this whole thing, copy all that, copy. This is new for me. Not done this before. I need a sequence for that. Oh, let's watch. Thanks. Actually, we could totally do that. Let's totally do that. Yes. Okay. That's going to be another thing we'll do right now. Let me get back to where I was for a second. That'll be the last thing we'll do. All right. So let's pick a spot. Let's like do it right here. And we'll just paste all that in. But then we're going to have to go through these and like take out the white and change the colors here to be different colors. Well, it doesn't look like I can change the colors of that. And I'd have to go through and play with this and see what it's able to do. That's cool. I wonder what that's about, or what that is. That's really cool. Oh, wait, there and there. Nope. Didn't change it. Didn't change that. It's only 2 colors in the rainbow. Anyways. Okay, fun stuff. I'm just going to save that. Let's go back to what Sir Goodenough did, because there are ways, and this is probably like illegal or something, but YouTube rip video. I don't know if you call that. Yeah. YouTube video downloader. So you take this. That. Copy that, put that in here. And I think it does the audio as well. But that's perfect, because that way it's not because it's cartoony like that. That's way better. It's way better than trying to do the real one. All right, so we're gonna do a new sequence. We're gonna do a musical sequence, and then we're gonna figure out where I just put that. This will be the last thing we do today. Then we're gonna give you up right there. So that was the video file, but it's also the audio file, right? Okay, so then we're going to put a video down here. Just drop that right there. Stretch it out to fit the whole thing. And then we just select the same file, the same video file right there. Oh, yes. 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 Well done, Sir Goodenough. Well done. Well done. Okay. I will save this. And this is going to be playing on the Sphere tonight. Oh my gosh, that's too awesome. Did everybody see I did post something about the power consumption? People were asking about the power consumption. And I did finally get a smart plug on there to monitor the power. And the most it got up to was 14 amps. And that was at a pretty bright spot in one of the sequences. Most of the time, it was around, I would say, 6 to 7 amps. And even at idle, like doing nothing at all. In fact, I can probably pull it up, because it's on, the smart plug is still on it. So just sitting idle right now, nothing is on it, and it's at 4.2 amps on the 120 side, of course. I can take, let's do this. Oh, we got to do the render and the save. Render first. So Mrs. Z's just brought me a sandwich because she's wonderful and sweet. And it sure looks like somebody took a bite out of it. All right. I'm excited to see this one tonight. SG. I'll have to send a video of this one tonight. Dang kids. I don't know. It might have been her. No, because she puts like spicy stuff on my sandwiches, so I know she didn't do it. Mine have like jalapenos and stuff. So I'm sure she didn't bite it. FPP Connect. Tested and mom approved. She's my poison tester. My official poison tester. Okay, we'll take off the Qbert one. We already loaded that one up. The Victors we're not going to do right now. And where'd it go? Where'd it go? I'm getting too many in here. There it is. Never going to give you up. Right there. All right, upload. My house, we have a line. That's what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. All right. While that's loading up, that's the end. Any other questions, concerns? Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, there we go. It's all uploaded. Now, if we go to the Falcon Pi player, refresher Rudy here. Never going to give you up. Somewhere. Alphabetical. There it is. Never going to give you up. It's way too bright outside to see anything. So, anyways, we'll play it again tonight. Oh, you know what we could do though? We could play this and then let's watch we could watch the power go up. That'd be fun. While I call the kids up for sign off. Ooh, look at that. 11 amps. It's because there's a lot of white. There's a lot of white. 11, 12 amps. Yeah, I can see it. Just barely. Because it's so bright. 13. Okay. Smoking. Smoking. How much WLED stuff did I miss this year? WLED just came out with a new version. So you're going to miss something. Actually, though, I think that where they're at now is mostly just stabilization stuff. I don't think there's been a whole lot of new stuff.
It's time for sign off.
It's so loud.
It's time for sign off.
So loud.
So it's loud. Time for sign off.
Okay, we got it. We got it. All right, we'll stop that for now. It might just be Dawson, the fave. Dawson's so tall now, his head sticks out. Wonder what it would look like with a custom-made LED filter to go over it and protect it. It probably needs something to go over it. We'll see. I mean, this is Rick Roll with background, high-pitched fan noise. The fans do get hot. All right. Ready, buddy? Shall we sign off? Say bye to everybody. Thanks for being here, guys. Next week, I'm working. So no stream next Sunday. It'll probably just be... And then in 2 weeks, we will be up at the Hoobit House. Wow, this might be the last stream for a little while. I'll try and finish up some videos. We actually get some published videos out in the meantime if we don't do streams for the next couple weeks while I'm out. Okay? All right, ready?
As always.
Thanks for watching. Till next time, adios. Thanks for being here, everybody. See ya.